People are sometimes hesitant to make a will because, first of all, it's difficult from an emotional point of view to face one's own mortality. Nobody likes to think about that. But a will is one of the most important documents that you can have. It's one of the least expensive documents to produce. And the reasons that you want to have a will are several. First of all, if a person dies without a will, and they have any kind of, if they have children, if they have assets, then it's a much more complicated process for the person who survives the decedent, the person who dies without a will. It's much more complicated without a will to carry forth the wishes of the person who died. And often the wishes of the person who died are not known if there's no will, particularly where it comes to children. God forbid a parent dies and leaves children. A will specify who should be the guardian of the children. It's a very painful situation where you have family members squabbling over who should be the guardian of the children, whether the relatives want to be a guardian or not. These are very uncomfortable and difficult cases to deal with, and they leave scars. So they leave scars on the children. So you can specify in a will who should be the guardian of your children. That's very important. Secondly, who should get your assets after you die. If you die without a will, then the state comes in, and the state has a formula, and they award assets based according to this formula, which may be completely different from what you have in mind for your survivors after you pass away. So a will set forth who gets your estate. It just keeps everything into a nice order and makes sure that your wishes are carried out. Lastly, keep in mind that when we prepare a will, we do several other documents with it. We do a healthcare proxy, which will set forth your wishes. God forbid you're in a bad medical situation and you can't communicate, that somebody will be able to make these decisions for you. You can designate who that person should be. You could designate how you want things done. And we do a power of attorney, which gives somebody the ability to handle your affairs for you if you become incapacitated. So these are relatively simple documents to prepare, but they're very important documents, and I recommend them for everybody, particularly people with families.